Hello everyone, MUFS here to welcome you to the 35th episode of Starfield. In the last episode, we came in over here in this mine to get ourselves a few things, the rothicide, and we are now going back to our mission. But before doing that, we have to go to the system wolf because we have some contrabands with us and we have some stolen items. So I'm gonna go there and I'll meet you guys back in Ruijin Industries. So we are done with our business over here. Let's go to the clinic. And we are heading towards the clinic. Let's hail.
Welcome to the clinic. If you have a medical emergency, please use priority docking.
We need priority docking. Let's go inside the clinic. Deepala survey data added. Okay. That's good to know.
Hello, I'm just the courier.
I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
And in that year, how many times have you had this conversation about late or missing shipments?
Guard for me.
That sounds right. 3 times. You make it very clear to your superiors that lives will stay. And the clinic requires transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr.
Constellation
Salvato.
guide
You may return to
permanently
your
uses
duties.
15% less O2 while moving when. Oh, okay. That's a good thing. War of the Worlds. I cannot take any of these because I'll be considered
No matter how much
Theft.
we learn, we're only just barely
stealing. Oh, we are going over here. Let's take a precaution. You know. Where is that? Hippolyta. Hey man.
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only.
I really need to get in there.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I've got a narrow window here, okay? Time is wasting.
Not my problem.
I know you'd like to help me if you could.
Yeah, I hope so.
Nobody else needs to know about this.
I mean, it might be okay.
There's no reason for us to have a problem, is there?
Sorry, but I can't. Look, if you need help, talk to someone in reception. Look, now get out of here before I arrest you. Great, you again. Authorized personnel only.
We can work this out, no one will ever know. Okay, medicine.
An outbreak? I haven't heard anything about this.
I said it's confidential. We don't want to start panic, so I need you to keep your mouth shut.
Understood. Here's an access card. Good luck.
Thank you.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Huh? Before they come out, I'm going to steal a few things. Babe. Just get out of my way.
We'll figure this out. I promise.
Fine. But if we lose Kai, that's it. I'm going to SSNN. I don't give a shit about my career anymore.
You and me both.
Okay, so before they came out, we could manage doing our things.
This damn
Let's
contract
talk
will be
to
the
him.
death of me.
Kendrick Lane.
Excuse me, but this is a restricted area. You need to leave.
Let's lie. Infinity Ltd sent me.
Checking up on us? I feel like we should be the ones checking up on you. What do you want?
I need a verbal update on the project.
Of course you do, because daily reports simply aren't good enough. The third group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroamp, all resulting in death, with the exception of one, currently comatose. Sean and I are hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive proof of human trial authorization, any fourth group will be refused.
This is the third group of subjects you have lost?
Don't act so surprised. Infinity is well aware. In fact, I remind him of those statistics in every report I send, which happens to be daily. The standard response is always, failure is to be expected, but keep pushing forward.
Do you think your comatose subject will pull through?
Well, there's a level of brain activity that keeps us hopeful. Making sure that man lives is our #1 priority.
Understood. With results like those, I would halt testing as well.
Well, you'd be the first from Infinity to think so. It's a relief to know they have at least one employee with some sense. Now, anything else I can help you with?
We accidentally had a shipment sent here that I need to recover.
I was hoping that was a mistake. That will save me the trouble of writing yet another complaint. It's on the table. It's all yours.
Thank you.
Anything else?
How is it the clinic hasn't filed a complaint against this?
Now that's a naive question. The clinic is either being paid to turn a blind eye, or Infinity is doing all they can to prevent them from knowing.
Why didn't you quit after the first group?
Let's just say I was blinded by my own determination to restart my career. I'm pretty sure my failings in the past are why Infinity hired me in the first place. They knew I'd be desperate to regain the respect of my peers, and failure would mean utter ruin.
What if Infinity never gets approval for these human trials?
Then we're all in a lot of trouble. This means everything we've done here at the clinic has been illegal, and we'll all be tried for murder.
That's all.
Good. Now if you'll excuse me, work to do.
Go on with your work. I'll take this out of your hand. And there's a big antibiotic, but that is actually gonna be another failure. Kai's results were initially so promising, but now the poor kid is in a coma. I thought surely he would be the light at the end of this grisly tunnel. We've been now gone through our entire list of subjects, and I dread the idea that Infinity will just sign up more. What is going on over there? Has Faye completely lost her mind? I understand when corporations rush things when it comes to household products or maybe office software, but not something that will endanger the lives of others. This internal neuron may as well be a murder weapon, and I'm the one with blood on my hands. Contracts aside, I'm certain this will end in ruin. Moral struggles. It's hard to believe I once walked into the clinic with high hopes of what Sean and I would bring about. The concept of the internal neuron from fire and promises of fame and fortune provided all the motivation I needed. It blinded me. I never should have agreed to start the trials without proper approvals. I never should have dragged Sean into this. I see now why it was always such a struggle to get my own approvals for human trials. I also see why the contracts are so complex. I never thought I'd lose a patient on my watch, and here I've lost more than I wish to say. Infinity's legal team has assured me that the contracts the subject signed keeps us clear from any legal repercussion, but since the trial itself is still unapproved, I have a feeling they have little to stand on. But somehow the hopefulness remains. After the initial losses, I told myself no more, but Faye would insist changes to the prototype were solid, that it should be the last one. I'd find myself with renewed motivation and confidence, only to find another dead at my hand. We have 3 subjects left. They aren't aware of the fate of their predecessors. Faye has informed me her last prototype is complete and on its way. I can only hope I make the right decision. Damn, man, my first loss. We lost our first subject today, A01. Bronwyn Major. The procedure went really well, but I believe the neuroamp overheated, burning the portions of the brain where it had contact. I sent the results to Faye. She believes she has a solution, but my god, I've never lost a patient before. I sent everyone home. Sean wanted to stay, but I told him to go. I know he needed to process what happened too, and I didn't want to hold him back. I tell myself if it was the neuroamp that it wasn't my fault, but if it feels like an excuse, it must be. And what will happen now? These trials aren't even approved, and I already have a death on my hands. I thought I was signing up for a new advancement in neuroscience, but if I'm not careful, this could ruin what I have left of my career. A new start. Today marks the start of a new adventure in neuroscience. Although Infinity Ltd is still waiting for official approval, we are moving forward with testing this latest technology and internal neuroamp. I can't tell you how excited I am to be a new project and have a chance to regain some admiration among my colleagues. I've invited Sean to come work with me on the project since he's familiar with how I operate. Plus, like myself, I knew he could really use the credits. These procedures should be quick and simple, so it's really a matter of Infinity Ltd's tech playing nicely with brain tissue. Dr. Faye Saint-Savant is the creator of this new neuroamp, and she's assured me smooth sailing. Let's just hope our combined expertise will find success. This could be the boost my career needs. Subject logs. Subject 8, 10. 3 of them. Osmia Linhart, deceased. Notes initial. Version implanted, version 3. Experimental alloy titanium grade 120. Initial procedure appeared successful, but signs of edema began approximately an hour after the surgery. Initial attempts to stabilize through the MedPod failed, and condition worsened rapidly. We began surgery prep, but A08 experienced complete brain failure before we could operate. Jacinda Carodine, deceased. Titanium grade 125. Procedure was successful and all vitals were normal for the first day. Rejection of the implant started approximately 37 hours after surgery. I believe A09 inadvertently used the neuroamp on a staff member who reported severe dizziness. Emergency surgery was performed to remove the neuroamp, but experienced brain death shortly after the removal. Kai Porter, status coma, titanium grade 128. Initial procedure was successful. Patient reported no changes for the first 4 days. Brain waves were normal. Cognition tests were 100% across the board. Testing the neuroamp on the day 5 appeared to bring on severe headaches with eventual brain hemorrhaging. Neuroamp was removed to prevent death, but patient is currently in a coma. Dr. Kendrick Lane, welcome to the Infinity Ltd fold. We hope you'll find the breakthrough research we need to perfect Project Dominion. You came highly recommended by Faye Savant, our head of research and development, so we are very excited to have you with us. I understand your concerns on these human trials being unauthorized, but I assure you this is just a minor hiccup. I've been told we are only a few days away from approval and we'll get those documents to you as soon as possible. Please remember that all subjects have signed waiver accepting the risk. I hope this will ease any hesitation you may have. The end will justify the means. Lucas Drexler, CEO. Research targets. Project Dominion requires a compatible alloy that the human brain will not reject when the internal neuron is surgically implanted. Goal 1. Find the correct alloy ratio. A series of metals have been provided for a wide range of experimentation. We are currently looking into obtaining a rare metal to be delivered at a later date. Goal 2. Ensure the effectiveness of the internal neuron. Once the implementation is successful, ensure the neuron can be used effectively. No side effects should be detected for either the user or the target. Goal 3. Minimize casualties. Infinity Ltd understands that severe injuries and even fatalities may be encountered. Do not let issues hinder research progress. Notify your contact and we'll take care of it. Oh man, I am
We better get that
speechless.
approval soon.
Yeah, you better. But I doubt you will.
Any adventure you can fly away from.
Thank you, my man.
Is that how the saying goes?
Yes, babe. That's how it is gonna.
Running this facility.
So we are gonna head towards Vina. Let's do that. Yes. Let's jump.
Approaching ship, you've entered Freestar Collective Space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Alright, you're good. Welcome in.
We are going to land in Neon. So let's do one thing. Let's give this delivery to Vina and let's get out of there.
I've got my eye on you.
Do you? Hey, I've been over here, right?
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I came
Don't
through.
wander into any risk.
I
Ryujin
came
has certainly
through
taken
here.
time to craft an appearance for itself.
Does Mrs. Cholera know you're wandering around up here?
Yeah.
Can't get anything done around here without running into red tape.
We don't get a lot of visitors up here.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to check. Let's.
Hey there. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Hey there.
Hey there.
If you have the Rothicite, speak to Vina first.
I was about to.
Is that my beautiful shipment?
Yes.
You were
it
right
is.
about this one, Masako.
I always get the job done.
So I've heard. Now I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1?
Let's get out. Infinity hired ecliptic mercenaries to obtain the shipment.
Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothicite. Were there any survivors?
No one lived. Ecliptic killed them all.
Seeking Ecliptic on a station with nothing but miners and scientists? Corporations can sink low, but this is a new level.
Yeah.
Now, I also
tell
had
me
a
about
report
it.
that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
I found records that Ecliptic had rerouted the shipment to the clinic for Dr. Kendrick Lane.
Dr. Lane? I believe Vina is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic?
Infinity. They're the same. Why should. Infinity Ltd was performing illegal human trials to perfect their internal neuroamp.
So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO.
Infinity appears to be on an entirely different level of corruption. It cannot be allowed to continue.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothosite secure, it's almost time for us to make our move.
How long is it going to take for Vina to complete the internal neuroamp?
Not long, according to her. She and DeMarcus have everything prepped and ready. I believe it's just a matter of creating the alloy and molding it according to her design.
No, I don't. I don't want to get my brain damaged with anything. Okay, let's get started.
Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
Come on. Why me? Why me? I don't want anything in my brain. The mission sabotage just started. Do we have any skill points? Yeah, we do. So, let me check security. Rank for available shield system. What did I have to do with this one? Piloting, rank 2. Let's do this one. We can destroy ships.
Don't cause any trouble.
Good. You're right on time.
Okay.
I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
Whew, thankfully.
So this clears Imogen of wrongdoing. Good.
I knew Imogen was innocent.
Yes. You made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogen was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
I can understand the need for deception, but it does come at quite a cost.
Exactly my point, babe. That's why I love you so much. Masako's the CEO. She should just fire Ularu.
I agree. But others may see the decision as irrational without adequate proof. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
I don't want to infiltrate anything. Ularu's fooled you before. What makes you think that you can find something on this program?
If I can't find hidden code on a single slate, I certainly deserve to be fired. Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus, she'll have no reason to believe anyone will be looking in the first place.
What if there's nothing incriminating on this program Ularu gives me?
Then we'll have to find another way to build a case against Ularu. And it won't be easy.
Whatever program Ularu gives me is yours. There is no way she frames Masako too.
Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I've no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting.
Okay. Let's attend. We are gonna sit. What is Masako doing? Why is Masako sitting on the air over there?
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Let's lie. Yes, Imogen confessed to working for Infinity Ltd.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives.
We can't blame Dalton for this. Or quit trying to blame each other. Betrayal is a classic symptom of corporate culture. Let's not do that. We can't blame Dalton for this.
Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Let's not forget Infinity had mercenaries that killed all personnel at CM Station RC1. Or when the public gets wind of what they're doing, they'll want Lucas' reckless head.
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
No!
I hope you're ready for
No,
this.
I'm not ready. Exactly, hardly, but it is not like I have much of a choice.
You always have a choice. You just have to decide which set of consequences you prefer to live with. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
Come on, I don't want to. I look so sad. I look so sad. See? Can't you see I'm very sad?
My company's future might be riding on this deal.
Here goes nothing. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. The books I left. Vina, come on.
Check those measurements are right.
Neuroamps are fascinating, are they not? I'm still surprised they have not been completely outlawed.
Ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
It's good to see you again. Ah, here's my lucky candidate.
No.
I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
No. What? Are you actually qualified to perform an operation like this?
Neurosurgery is my specialty. I've performed more operations than I can count on a wide variety of brains. So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Really, I could do this in my sleep.
What exactly does this internal neuroamp do?
The internal neuroamp is basically the next leap in our line of influential amplifiers. It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily influence another person's thoughts and actions.
Is the ability to influence someone like that even legal?
Technically, that remains to be seen. It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a higher power who is neither you nor me.
Whoa, that sound almost like mind control to me.
Hey, let's not get carried away there. That terminology is a bit heavy-handed. So, are you ready to get started?
It's not like I have a choice.
Hey, we may not like the options, but we all have choices.
No, we don't.
Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured.
Right, because joking around before surgery is always reassuring.
You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
If this has not all been a horrible miscalculation, then we will speak again soon.
Babe, I don't want to go. Babe. Babe.
Warning. This unit
I
is
don't
not
want
suited
to.
for addressing mental
Please
health
pray for
concerns.
me. I'm going to go. Babe, don't go.
All right, let's get this party started. who's finally up.
Yeah?
The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Oh, first time I have seen my foot. I have seen my feet. Now they're not there anymore.
It's good to see you again. So, how are you feeling? You look good?
Do I? Does this mean the procedure was a success?
Huge success. No surprises, no signs of rejection. You were the ideal subject. Now, we just keep our fingers crossed and hope no unknown side effects come creeping in later.
I'm disappointed. I was hoping for some cool bionic modifications.
Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is no visual indication and no adverse side effects. So, sounds like we're on track. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation.
If the effect is temporary, how long will it last?
Let's just say it varies based on the user. Some people have greater mental capabilities than others, which would increase the duration.
Your tech sounds like it could still use some work.
Well, my tech is only a prototype. This is just the beginning. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says.
That's awfully brave of him considering what happened at the clinic.
Please, we're not Infinity. We believe in due diligence when it comes to tech like this. But just in case something does go wrong, we've got him locked up in the test chamber. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
I am not permitted to perform medical practices without human oversight.
There's the doctor. Press F to open your scanner and target the person you want to manipulate. Press E to bring up your social skills and select manipulation. Once a person has been manipulated, select the object or person you want them to interact with. F. Diplomacy, instigation, intimidation, and manipulation are all social skills that you activate while your scanner is up. Hover your cursor over the target and press E to bring up your social skills. Select which skill you want to use with the mouse scroll wheel. If you fail a social skill, your target will be immune to all future social skill attempts. Okay. Manipulation. Come on. What am I missing? Whoa!
As an
Cool.
observer, the effect is quite unnerving. It is hard not to immediately worry about the implications.
Yeah, me too. Vina? Come on, talk to me.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. how to describe it. 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
That's a cool power though.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
If I suffer any side effects, do I get any compensation?
Well, I leave that up for Alexis and Lyndon to decide. Compensation's not really my thing.
That was way too easy. This kind of text should be banned.
Well, luckily that isn't up for you to decide. I hope you know, you're talking about banning my life's biggest accomplishment.
I'd even go as far as to call it the settled system's biggest accomplishment. That's something Ryujin isn't going to let go of easily. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech.
What if I had used it to make you kill another person?
Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape.
You didn't feel violated at all?
Not at all. But I can imagine if I experienced disorientation like that, but regained my awareness in another room, it could be a bit jarring. We'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. So many situations to account for.
I'd never be comfortable as someone's puppet.
Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neuroamp is in total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Babe.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
I have time for you always.
It has been a relief to be honest with you about my past. I appreciate your willingness to listen. But talking about this, remembering all those years, has brought back some unsettling memories.
Like? I'm here for you if you need someone to listen.
Thank you. That means a great deal to me. I have told you that I spent many years coordinating with smugglers along the edges of the settled systems. There were men and women I worked alongside closely. And over time, I established relationships. They were not of the promised, but I considered them friends.
Even us Hitans can be worth getting to know.
Yes, I have found that to be true. It was, and is, still a surprise. You must understand, I was raised to believe that those who do not follow the Great Serpent do not matter, for they are lost. Their fate is fixed and grim. And yet here were these men and women with hopes and dreams, delights and aversions. It felt like a small betrayal of my people, of House Varun, but I cared for my friends. And then I lost them.
That must have been terrible.
It was. In ways I did not understand at the time. And so it has bothered me ever since. It was so sudden. We had met on a remote planet to transfer cargo. And zealots appeared in force, seemingly out of nowhere. There was barely time to react. So many were cut down immediately. I believe my years of training saved me, got me moving when others faltered. I retreated to my ship immediately. But I left them all behind. Aaron Bascom and Jada Wong. They were my friends, and I abandoned them. And in the years since, I have never looked for them.
You're worried that they blame you for leaving them?
No, maybe. I don't know. It all happened so fast, and I've had so much time since then to replay it in my head. Wonder if I should have done things differently. In my time getting to know you, I have thought more and more of all this. How little sense it all made, how I never really knew what happened or what became of my friends. My connection to you has reminded me what it means to trust someone, to be there for them.
Thank you, babe.
And I can no longer live with not knowing. I need to finally pursue this. I would like you with me when I do. I do not know what we will find, but I know it will be easier with you at my side.
If it will ease your mind, I'm in. Or sure, I've got nothing better to do today and I can flirt. I would do anything for you, Andrea.
Thank you. That is... I'm sorry, I am not used to someone being so considerate on my behalf. I am not sure where they might be now, but I believe we should begin the search in Aquila City. That is where I last saw Aaron Bascom.
Okay, Andrea now considers me as a friend, but
If Vino offers you a job as a
I want to be more than just friends.
Pardon?
So we are gonna do just that. We have some time, don't we? Let's head upstairs. And let's see what Masako wants us for.
This could be the most important meeting.
Good, you're here.
Yeah,
I
Ularu
wasn't
is
sure
here
how
as well.
accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries.
I'm not liking where it's going. All I need are the details.
All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you.
What are the benefits of option A versus option B?
Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives.
Would I really be attending this meeting?
Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll be led to a waiting room where your host will be running late. That's your opportunity to make your way to either the executive floor or R&D.
I'll figure it out when I get there.
As long as you're prepared when the time comes. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
How far in can I get with that identity you're arranging for me?
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least some level of security is needed in this business.
This would go much faster if I was allowed to use a more direct approach.
Any mercenary or disgruntled worker can go shoot a place up. You're a Ryujin operative, so start acting like one. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp.
What about the people that know about it, like Lucas himself?
Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted as either aiding or being an accessory to these crimes. They all know career suicide when they see it. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of crimes, fine. But who's going to believe him?
It is best to keep the public unaware of such a device.
Yeah.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Understood.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia.
Yeah.
Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail.
So who is left to deal with once the civilians are all gone?
I'm told security has masks to handle the situation, so the guards will still be stationed in the building. It's also possible they'll activate their building's defense system as well. You may run into a few automated turrets, so you'll still want to try and stay out of sight.
Where is the computer I need to use this passcode on?
If the information Simon provided is accurate, you can reach the control systems through a computer located in the maintenance area. It's a pretty convenient stop if you enter in through the roof access.
Nice to know Simon's still out there and on our side.
That old man's going to be around for some time to come. Especially since I heard you helped him get rid of an old thorn in his side. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible.
So, does this officially make me a senior ranked operative?
Please, you're an exception. But we can talk promotion after you pull off this assignment.
Suit or no suit, they'll never know I was there.
That's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
I'm giving the Overseer program to David Barron.
Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once its primary function is complete. The only thing left on that slate will be proof of Infinity's crimes.
What if David Barron doesn't believe the story?
It doesn't matter what he believes. David's first move will be to verify the information you provide. Once he receives confirmation, which he will, he'll see it as his duty to report the news.
I'd love to see the look on Lucas's face when this story is broadcast system-wide.
You and me both. So, any final questions before you go?
How is the new internal neuron going to come in handy here?
You have the ability to manipulate others. If someone's in your way, you could get them to move. If someone has a keycard, that means you have a keycard. The possibilities here are really up to you.
How freely will I be able to move about in Infinity Ltd if I use a false identity?
You'll be restricted to the marketing floor. An appointment is not a free pass.
What kind of security I'm looking at encountering in Infinity Ltd?
Depending on whether or not you evacuate the building, you'll mostly be looking at security guards, much like we have here. You may encounter an automated defense system in the form of turrets as well, so be careful.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen?
So I'm Skylar Lumen now? Where's my babe? Oh, there she is. Let's check out these why didn't we? Okay, operative helmet, operative suit. Let's wear that one. I look good. Babe, let's go.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
We have to talk to Dalton though. Hey Dalton.
Do you have the program?
Yes, I do. Yes, here it is. I hope you can find the evidence you need.
I'm certain Ularu won't pass up this opportunity. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryptions hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
What the?
So it is clear what she intended. Now all that is left is to decide what to do with this information.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
Then it is time we use it.
So Ularu was going to frame Masako and use her Overseer program to do it?
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the false evidence. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Whew. Babe, let's go. And look at the time. We don't have much time, so what I want to do is...
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Let's do one thing. Let's go back to the ship directly.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
Yeah, me too, babe. So, I believe I'm going to end the episode over here. We're at Neon and we will take off in the next episode to go to the missions in the future. And we are going to finish the things in our hand. So, if you're not a sub, please consider subscribing because that is my fuel for the ship. And while you subscribe, don't forget to press that bell icon so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you like the video, don't forget to press that thumbs up button. And if you did not, well, you can press the thumbs down button, but I'll definitely urge you not to do that. Instead, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I hope to see you guys in the next episode where we continue our journey. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye. MUFS signing off.